I'm forgetting my own. Moisturizing. Oh my god, that took me a while.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Alright, so it has been more than 48 hours. So this is my hair currently. Currently. Alright, so currently it has been raining since morning. So the weather is pretty cool. So for 48 hours, this is pretty good. I would say better than most hair serums. I will probably do a summary later and let you know like if there's any downside, because there is. So I'm gonna wait for another day. So tomorrow will be the whole 72 hours, and I will let you guys know how it goes. Alright, bye bye. Alright, so this is after the application, so I'm gonna have to do with 72 hours of not washing my hair. Let's see how that goes, because I have kitchen work for the next few days and I'm gonna get hot and greasy. Let's hope my hair survives. Bye. Alright, so it has been approximately 48 hours, or I should say a little bit longer than 48 hours. So this is the check-in for the hair. I'm gonna head out to actually do some video editing, probably at a Starbucks or something like that. And yeah, and if you can see, my hair is pretty much still the same as the first day I applied it. So my thoughts are that, you know, this is just my 48-hour thought at the moment. But however, I still have one more day to actually go through and actually try this out. But so far, it's feeling really soft and smooth and manageable, and basically it's living up to its 72-hour claims for now. It's not greasy. I don't feel like it's greasy, and I actually used a clarifying shampoo before this, so I actually clarified my hair to make sure that there's not any silicone products from my previous testings, or even like from other products, you know. So I just basically did the clarifying shampoo, then let it air dry completely, and then after that I added the KMS Tamefrizz serum. So I didn't do the styling cream as per my first. No, the first one I also didn't do the styling cream. So another thing which I also did on the first one was actually to use the serum on wet and then dry hair. However, that did not really go as well because if you can see, by the time that I actually reached the 48-hour to the 72-hour mark, my hair was getting very limp, heavy, and even it felt crunchy. So I don't really recommend if you want something like with a little bit more volume. So like if you want to keep the volume yet you want to maintain some of the frizz that you actually use it on wet and dry hair, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe you can over apply this product because it's really heavy. I'm probably going to do another test, maybe more scientific, is that, you know, how clarifying shampoos can break down silicone based serums or ingredients in any hair product that you use. So probably that will come, yeah, once I get a few of my hair serums, I let them dry out as much as possible if can, and then after that I'll try to dissolve it in the I'll see whether it is able to dissolve itself in the solution. Yeah, whether it leaves any remnants, I'll probably sieve it or something like that. So this is just the 48 hour check-in, and I'll see you guys on the 72 hours, and I'll do a summary about this KMS Tamefrizz 72 hour super serum. Bye. Okay, so it has been 72 hours since I've tried the KMS Tamefrizz 72 hour serum. So this, like I told you before, it was actually boasting about 72 hours wear time in the humid climate, and I totally agree because right now, if you can see from my hair, it's gradually like fading away. If I can tell you that, I mean, it doesn't feel as, I mean, it still has that, well, how do you say, shininess, no, smoothness that I felt yesterday, but it's not as much. So after 72 hours it has its wear, so this one has definitely worn down, and the temperatures here are pretty much hot. Not as hot as maybe some parts of the cities around the world, but it's hot. Yeah. So and it doesn't help that I'm actually wearing a sweater right now. Alright, so anyway, back to the KMS Tamefrizz. So this particular product did manage to withstand the 72 hours wear, even on both times that I've actually tested it on. Unfortunately, the first test that I did was kind of like a semi-fail because I actually tried to apply it on wet and dry hair. I should have just left it on the wet hair because after the air drying, the hair looks pretty good. But then during the second application, I actually felt my hair become more limp. So there was like a downside of it, is that, you know, you can overdo this product. If you actually put too much of it, your hair will become really limp because it's heavily loaded in silicone. I've actually tried to do this and actually dry it out as much as possible and see how it turns out. And to my surprise, it dried out clear like glue. So be mindful that this particular product is heavily loaded in silicone. Of course, silicone is really good for hair and maintaining or managing that frizz because it actually reduces frizz to happen because it coats the hair follicles and also it reduces static, which is basically the rubbing of your hair together. So basically things like maybe you combing your hair will create static, and then that will create that frizz. So for curly hair people, usually we don't really comb our hair with a fine tooth comb, or really we hardly comb at all. For me, I don't even comb most of the time. Alright, I just usually use my fingers to actually just comb my hair, so that really works because that will just separate the curls, and that is really what you need. So for this particular test, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk more about the juice box system. So the affordability wise, this particular product does not is not very cheap. This will cost maybe about 30 something or 20 something dollars online, and you can't find it in stores. It is only available by a distributor or even at the salons that actually carry this KMS Tamefrizz product. So it's pretty hard to get. And it's really high on the serum side, so usually the prices will go from about $10 to about maybe $15, but this one is about 20 something to about 30 something, so this is pretty expensive on the affordability wise. Alright, so basically endurance and humidity, this scores a very high points. So this one I would definitely give about 4 on the endurance and humidity. Efficacy wise, I will give it 4 because it did what it did. So it manages to actually do what it was supposed to do, which is withhold or manage the frizz for 72 hours. Alright, what was the last one? Affordability, efficacy, endurance and humidity. I'm forgetting my own. Moisturizing. Oh my god, that took me a while. Alright, so the moisturizing effect, this one was not, I wouldn't say it was very moisturizing. So you do have to do prior moisturizing before you actually use this serum to lock in that moisture and hold it for 72 hours. So if you have those, maybe like the aloe vera spray, something like a water-based moisturizer, that would be good, because this is like it has some oil in it. So if you do have oil, this one will just basically oil against oil. So if you have a water-based one that will seep in more, use that first, then after that then use an oil. That would be a much better option for you to do to actually lengthen your frizz control with this particular product. That is basically my recommendation. I am not a hair professional and I don't have any certificates, or basically I just have a very not obsessive, I wouldn't say it's obsessive, but I would just have a very curious mind about hair and how to manage hair and how to manage frizzy hair, especially in humidity. So I need to sneeze. I'm sorry, I think yeah, another one. Alright, yeah, so if you see the ingredients, I'm probably gonna list the ingredients downstairs. There's a lot of silicone. Oh wow, 3 times. Oh wait, another one. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so if you see in the ingredients, there are a lot of silicones in it. So if you were to look for in a frizz product, frizz control product, most of the frizz control product would definitely contain silicone. So you will have to see for the things, the first 3, or basically most of the ingredients inside will have those cyclopentasiloxane, dimethiconol, trimethiconone and stuff like that. So basically this product has all of that. If you're looking for a silicone free product, this is definitely not it. But if I were to tell you, most of the silicone products, most of the frizz control products, or even those moisturizing and hydrating products, will actually have silicone or some sort of silicone in them, unless they say okay, no silicone, no parabens, blah blah, and you see okay, they don't have these particular products. But if you see like dimethiconol, you see trimethiconol, you see the siloxane products, they will definitely have silicone in it. So if you're not looking for any silicone product, try another product. But I am one that does not mind the silicone to maintain my frizz. I would definitely have to wash it, after a while, when I feel that the hair has so much of this silicone buildup that is not soluble by water. So that I guess is the end of this video and the end of Super Serum September. We are done. 72 hours is done, and I'm so happy. And I'm gonna wash my hair after this because I'm so sweaty. You can definitely see that my hair really needs a wash. Okay, bye bye.